Just gonna wait for everyone to join and we'll get started, guys. So good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. If you haven't already joined my live stream before, welcome to my channel as well. And today we are going to be looking at the markets, and today is a bit different because usually what I like to do is I like to do live streaming and see what's going on in the market and probably do live chart analysis and live trading as a whole. But today is a little bit different. This week I'll have a schedule because I want to change up the game with live streams. So today we are doing market analysis Mondays. Okay, so every Monday at this time we're going to be doing market analysis for the week, project what's going on, and we're going to be looking at all these pairs. Now I've put a lot of time into looking at these pairs, and these are the pairs that I'm picking out. These are the pairs that I am more comfortable with analyzing. If you guys have any opinions, or if you guys have any currency pairs that you want me to look at, for example, NAS 100 or any other pairs that are more volatile other than just gold, definitely comment down below or share a DM to me. If you don't want to comment down below, you just want to DM me, either or, I will reply to it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through each and every currency pair. So we've got GBP USD, GBP JPY, GBP AUD, Euro JPY, Euro USD, USD JPY, and XAU USD. I have DXY over here as well. This is just to help me find the momentum of what gold is doing. So we'll have a look at that as well today. But majority of it is going to be just these pairs on here. So guys, we're going to be looking at each and every one of them and actually see where we could see price projecting. As you can see, I've already analyzed these markets. I normally like to do my analysis on Sunday so that I'm ready for the week. So we are ready for the week. So I'm going to explain to you guys each and every bias that I have. If you guys, if you guys have any bias or any type of differences compared to mine, comment down below so that I can see it and then we can look at it as soon as possible. So at the moment we are at the New York Open. So New York session has occurred and we're going to be looking at GBP USD first. So overall, I'm looking at the market. I'm very bullish. I'm very bullish with GBP USD. At the moment, I am quite looking at a retracement. I can see that price could potentially get back to the 1.2, just because this is one of the key levels that price, over here, price failed to stay above 1.28, sorry. Even over here, like it tries to touch this area. If we just keep going back, right, you will see that the 1.28 is a really nice look over here. This is all the way back in 2023 August. This is this is really good level, good strong key level. So as you guys know, I like to trade key levels, so I like to already have my key level set out and ready to trade. So with me, most like the way I'm trading is I'm looking for price. I'm looking to get into price. So at the moment at New York Open, we had a huge bearish push. So we are looking at some sort of retracement. Maybe at this fair value gap that we have, we could probably enter this trade around this area. So maybe a retracement back to 1.28500 and then potentially selling it to the 1.28. If price does break the 1.28 level, I am looking at 1.27750. Again, that's a quarter level, so that's an area that I'm looking at. Also, the quarter level lines up with my fair value gap as well. So definitely looking for buyers at this point over here, or even as low as 1.27500, which could potentially happen. Now, we are going to also look at some news as well and see what currency pairs are moving the most. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and look at that now. So at the moment, if I just go to filter and just have the high impacts on my screen, just to see what's actually going on with the high impact. So we've got nothing for today. Okay, so today we're kind of safe. Price is most likely going to just move just based on technicals. But tomorrow we have GBP and USD. So you can, if you go back, these are both our, this is GBP USD. This is basically our pair that we need to look at. So we need to make sure that tomorrow we are ready for that. So most likely on the 4 hour, well today, I'm most likely looking at, price retracing and looking for sells, or maybe looking for 1.28, just because there isn't any type of influence that market could do a crazy move. Make this a bit thinner, right? So at the moment, I'm looking at price doing this. I think it most likely could do that just because there isn't any news and there isn't any volatility based on the fundamental side. So just technically, it looks like this is what could happen. We can see that, price retrace back up. We could probably go on the 15-minute charts. You can see price just broke structure. I'm seeing that, because this is the New York Open, and if we look at the daily, you can see that price is quite low. So price could just retrace a little bit and then come back down, just to check if sellers are still strong. So on the 15 minutes, probably looking for that push up again one more time and then coming down, which would be really nice to ride on this short-term sell. But overall, on the daily, I'm very, very bullish. We haven't had a single red candlestick in a while, so I am quite bullish when it comes to this market. Definitely want to see what price will do if price continues above 1.29. If price does continue to go up to 1.29, then it will be my next level would be 1.3, and then 1.31, 1.32, and so on. So at the moment, you can see that we had so much bullish momentum last week. This week might be a retracement, and the following week might be a push to the upside. So if I had to put my fib levels on as well to have a look, we could see that our fib levels line up on our fair value gap as well, and also our key level. If price decides to go even further, then we could go for 1.27 on the dot, which would be quite nice because that is that's where price broke out from previously. So 61.8 extension is also favorable as well. So if we are looking for sells, if you are looking for targets for sells, you could go for these three. So fair value gap, key level, and then the 61.8 extension as well. So those are the three confluences that we have for GBP USD. So even again, looking at news, we got strong CPI news on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we got strong GDP news of GDP. And then Thursday, also, we have as well USD. This is pretty strong as well. To be honest, I don't really know too much about this 30-year bond auction, but I'm not too sure exactly what happens with that. That's not something I look at. I just look at CPI, PPIs, unemployment claims for sure. So Thursday is a strong day for us, unemployment claims, and then obviously GDP as well. So yeah, just looking at that as a whole, looking at to see what it is. So from tomorrow, if we look at the CPI, right? So if we look at the CPI, we are currently, so the forecast is to be bullish, USD to be bullish, because last month it was 0.3%. We are forecasting 0.4. So we're actually looking for it to be quite bullish USD. Again, for the CPI, so this CPI here, which is again, it's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much saying that it's 3.1. So it's trying to say that it's just ranging in the same direction. We got GDP. GDP, it looks like there's an increase in GDP. So again, GDP is basically the gross domestic product. This again, it influences the market a lot. If you would like to see a more in detailed version of me explaining fundamentals, I have a video on that. I think it's on my channel. If not, it is part of my academy. So if you do, definitely try and join my academy for that one as well. I have more in depth for fundamentals. And then obviously for unemployment claims, we're looking at it being greater. So this could mean a weakened USD as well. So we'll have a look and see what this week shows us. At the moment, I'm kind of ranging. If we just look at the heat map that we have going on over here, I know you guys love the heat map. So I'm trying to implement it back into the live stream so that you guys can see the heat map and see what price is doing. As you can see, so GBP, right, to USD, we are quite bullish, right? We are quite bullish. I think I just clicked. Yeah, we're quite bullish. at an increase of 0.26%, meaning this means that price is quite bullish. If we saw anything above 1%, that is a very, very strong bullish. But overall, GBP currency pairs are very, very bullish. Whereas USD currency pairs also bullish, but we have some against Japanese yen is quite weak. Hong Kong dollars quite weak as well. So it's quite weak in the Asian session, but New York session, it looks like is gaining its strength back, especially because New York session has just opened up. So looking at looking at GBP and USD is looking quite bullish on my end. So most likely we would see a bullish move. At the moment, you guys can see though that based on my fundamental analysis to then my technical analysis, you can see that I'm short-term selling but long-term buying. So that is also something that to look into. Again, I wouldn't recommend, if you are selling, I wouldn't recommend selling to see a huge break of structure. I recommend you selling just at this retracement that we're getting in the markets. So I wouldn't recommend trying to trade this sell and seeing it crash down, because that just won't happen. The market will eventually make its way up, especially with this huge bullish momentum. If price decides to break 1.26, for example, that's where we would see the heat map turning red. Okay, so now let's look at GBP JPY. So this is the GBP to the Great British Pounds to Japanese yen. Again, this is actually kind of different because we were quite strong with GBP with USD. But with Japanese yen, we can see that Japanese yen is quite strong, giving me a very strong bearish push. And you can actually see, if we have a look at Euro JPY as well, quite bearish. USD JPY as well, quite bearish. So Japanese yen is really taking its strength here. And if we just look at fundamentally as well, if we just look at the Forex factor, we don't actually have anything this week that's strongly influencing. But if we just look at last week, right, we could see that we had strong news on Tuesday, 5th of March, right? And I think that was pretty much it with JPY. We didn't have any Asian effect as it is, but compared to, if we look back at this week, compared to this week where we have a lot of USD GBP, right? You can see that it is very, very heavily affecting the markets when it comes to, Japanese yen. Japanese yen is very strong at the moment. I wouldn't say long-term strength. I'd say this is probably just temporary strength, just because we are still in this bullish. But you guys can see that we had this bullish trend going on, and then price ended up breaking and retesting, which really strong right here. We can see, right, and I'm pretty interested to see where price can take us. Can it take us all the way down to this level where we have point A, B, and then C is where the break is, right? So I'm pretty interested in that. That's something that I would love to see, is price crashing down all the way to like these levels right here, right? So just testing this level right here, right? Would love to see that, see where price can take, which is it's ironically at around 186.00. So would love to see Japanese yen get to this level. Would love to see price come to this level, quite bullish. So would love to see price go down there. I wouldn't see it crash, but even just, sorry, if I just get the brush tool, even just seeing price go up and down and just continue down, that would be quite nice as well. So seeing that would be quite beneficial for us, because that's kind of the bias I'm going for. We obviously haven't had a broker structure just yet, but if we scale in, you can clearly see that price is most likely going to go down. We've just retested our fair value gap. Price could now potentially continue down, waiting for maybe another fair value gap, and then we could possibly enter as well. So definitely looking at that and seeing where price could head down. I don't think price would push upwards unless there's strong fundamental news behind it. Technically, I am, based on my technicals, I am very, very strong in the bearish movement. So I'm just going to put, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put bullish and bearish in one section. So anything that's bearish, I'm going to put around here underneath DXY. Anything bullish, or what I'll do is I'll see if I can add a section. There we go. and bearish. Okay, so, and then we'll add another section here, which is bullish. Okay, so we'll put bullish up here and bearish over here. So at the moment, we're bullish with GBP/USD, we're bearish with GBP/JPY. Now I'm also just going to put these two currency pairs as well in the bearish section, because Japanese, we are quite bearish with these pairs. So now we're going to go next to our GBP/AUD. Again, looking back at GBP/AUD, we kind of are ranging, but I am still I'm not too sure whether we're in a downtrend or not. At the moment, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, I can clearly see a trend line over here. A trend line like this, A and B. I would love to see, you know, I would see price push down, but I would definitely love to see, you know, price pushing down and then bouncing off this trend line and then continue breaking these highs, giving us that new higher high. As you can see, we had highs over here and now we have a higher high over here. So hopefully we can create another higher high. Also again, a low, lower high, and then hopefully we can create another lower high over here. Or a low, a higher low, and then hopefully another higher low over here as well, which would be quite nice in the markets. As you can see, I have a bunch of fair value gaps listed over here. This is because price is pretty much moving moving up and down at the moment. You know, we had a double bottom over here. I feel like price is now retracing this double bottom, hopefully touching my fair value gap, and then looking into the market. If I just scale in, hopefully looking to scale into the market and entering for a buy around this area, which would be a really, really nice entry point over here, giving us a nice you know, double bottom. That's already confirmations of bullish. Again, price, you know, coming down, retracing. If we use our Fibonacci retracement tool, A and B, it lines up perfectly on our 61.8 extension and also the 50 extensions, or just these two levels. Have an eye on them, and you know, just seeing what price does, and obviously then targeting all the way up to, you know, 1.95, which would be my target. So that's something that I'm also interested in. This would most likely take a few hours, so I'm not really interested at the moment, so it's not high priority, but definitely would like to see what price does when it gets to down this area and then push up, right? So definitely want to see what that does. Again, just looking back at GBP/USD, so that also is not that near. Would love to see price do something around there. GBP/JPY, is it near? It's kind of near. I'd be quite bearish over here. If I had to scale in, I would possibly wait for price to actually, you could possibly enter, probably wait for another push. We can see clearly, this is on the 15-minute chart, which I usually don't really like to mark. You can see we've got kind of like a fair value gap here, so probably like a push to the upside, and then potentially selling at that point. So selling around this area, that would be quite nice. So basically just waiting for price to push up, fake a lot of these buyers out, because, you know, this is technically creating a higher low, sorry, and then potentially going down. So that's something that I would possibly look for GBP/JPY. So just again, if you are looking at something that's really, really close, GBP/JPY is something I would look at immediately. Now looking at Euro USD. Now Euro USD is looking very, very bullish to me. If we look at our heat maps as well, Forex heat map, if we go to our so Euro USD, we're quite bearish, actually quite bearish, but Euro as a whole is a very, very bearish pair at the moment, which is very, very shocking to see, as we have, you know, strong bullish momentum, but now we're starting to see a bearish downfall. So if you are using this as a fundamental analysis, you know, definitely use the heat maps. You can get this on TradingView. If you just search up TradingView heat maps, click on it, you will get this. I think you can also change what is on here, so you can have Europe and Americas, or you can have Asia Pacific, Middle East and Africa, is up to you guys. With me, I like to just have the overview, just because I trade based on, all my pairs are on here. If your pairs are not on here, then it's fine. I'm not too sure if you can edit it. So I don't think you can actually, let me have a look. Yeah, I'm not too sure that you can edit it. I also like to have it as percentages rather than prices, just because percentages give me a nice strength. So anything, so for example, if it's close, like for example, this is 0.01, most likely this is ranging at the moment. But then you can see Aussie dollar is very, very weak across the whole ball. So, that's something to look into as well. But yeah, euro to USD. Euro is very, very strong with Aussie dollar and GBP, but quite strong, quite weak with the Asian sessions. So we could possibly announce that the Asian session was quite weak, which we can see over here. We can actually, if we just scale in, we can actually see that throughout the whole Asian session we were quite weak, right? Quite weak with the Asian session. We also have a long wick up here. Closing in and out fair value gap as well, which is really, really, which is something that is good to look into. If we could scale into the 1 hour, we have a fair value gap over here, as you can see. So we can now see that price is actually officially broken out of this. So definitely want to see that retest at the fair value gap and then sell. Where am I selling to? Well, I'm selling at my next key level, which is 1.09. Okay, so if I did have to have a trade set up, if we sold right here, inside here, targeting all the way down here, just target all the way down here, stop loss possibly just above here, giving us a nice 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, giving us a nice 35 pips, which would be quite great. Looking at the market, that would be quite nice for us, scaling into the 15 minutes, looking for that entry, entering the market, and then possibly looking to sell, 100% sell. So we're going to put Euro USD in bearish as well. I'm just going to put that at the top because that is kind of high priority. So yeah, looking for that to sell. This is based on, so number one is the fundamentally that we're quite weak. 0.11% is quite high in my opinion. For weaknesses, across the whole ball, we can see is Euro is quite weak in my case. Based just looking at the overview of just USD, if this starts to become bullish, then we'll look for buys, but I doubt that this will turn green the whole day today. So definitely looking into that. We already know as well that we do have a lot of USD news like CPIs, unemployment claims, PPIs. So definitely looking into this. And PPIs, if you don't know what that is, it's basically producer price index. Again, if you guys don't know how the markets move fundamentally, definitely have a look at Forex Factory and actually opening this up and actually just reading what this shows you, and it's why traders care. For example, so for this one, it's a leading indicator of consumer inflation, where producers charge more for goods and services. The higher costs are usually passed on to the consumer. So if in case you don't understand what that is, then obviously I do have my academy where I teach my students exactly what these mean as well. But in overview, if it's negative, it's bearish. If it's positive, it is bullish. And that's basically how it would move with the market. So correlating that to the markets, you would definitely want to have a look into and actually doing some backtesting with that. So yeah, so you with Euro USD again, definitely looking for price to sell. Kind of shocking that we're looking for sells, even though we had a strong week of bullish, but I definitely believe that we could see some sort of sell. The reason why I'm not selling all the way down to the 1.08 is because I want to see confirmations around this area as well that price is bearish. At the moment, price could be bullish, and price could just create, for example, over here we had we had lows, higher lows, and then potentially again higher lows over here, and then price could bounce up. Again, if price had to break structure, it would have to break all three of these lows to give me that information. Okay, we are bearish. Because if we had to draw our Fibonacci, we can actually draw it from this whole leg all the way up to here, right? And then actually see that, you know, price 61.8 extension. I don't really like trading the 78.6 extension just because it is quite low. But, you know, the 61.8 extension is practically at before these lows and these lows. For price to break this low and then this low would mean it's quite bearish in my opinion. So definitely want to see the 1.09 first before anything. Definitely want to see that first. So that is a trade setup that I am currently looking for. Really interested. Really strong bearish breakout at our fair value gap. Very strong bearish momentum. So price could continue to come down. I'm just gonna wait for that pullback, wait for that retracement. Again, being just very patient and waiting for that retracement is better than trying to force a trade right now. Trying to force a trade right now won't give me a good entry, and my stop loss would have to be all the way up here. At the end of the day, guys, we want to lower our stop loss as much as possible. So trying to find an entry point somewhere else and just waiting will be much better. Okay, so next what we're going to look at is GBP AUD. I think we've already watched that, didn't we? Did we already do GBP AUD? I am not too sure. Did we do GBP AUD? Oh yes, we was doing GBP AUD. We did do that. So next let's have a look at Euro JPY. Euro JPY is very similar. So GBP JPY, Euro JPY, and USD JPY very similar. If I just show you all three charts, very similar, very bearish. And Euro JPY is practically the same thing. We saw basically, if I just draw this, A, B, price breaks out, retests, and comes down. We have a fair value gap over here, which if we scale in, you can see that it kind of already respected the fair value gap, so we might have just missed that. But I'm waiting to see if there is any other fair value gaps after. If you guys are struggling with drawing fair value gaps and you genuinely just don't know, with me, I just draw them out. But if you genuinely don't know, you can also, if you go into indicators and just search up FVG, right? This is something new that I've actually implemented into my trading. I've been seeing a lot of traders use it, and for me, I started to realize that it's actually a little bit stronger than my support and resistance. My key levels are always going to be there, but adding this on is another confluence for me. So adding this indicator on, for example, you can see we have a multiple fair value gaps, but I only like to put in what I see. But if you can't see the markets, as you can see, fair value gap here, break, retest, we could have sold here, and then take profits all the way down, wherever you want to take your take profits at. So with me, I do like to start drawing fair value gaps, just because it makes things, it also shows me where price could come back. Fair value gaps is, if you don't know what it is, I can make a video for you guys separately on that. But practically what it is that price is on huge momentum to the downside, and there's no liquidity over here. There's no price hasn't really been here, right? So price comes down, test is here, and then it comes down, retests again twice actually over here, showing that price is going down. That's the quickest way I can explain it to you. I can talk about fair value gaps for hours and hours, but based on this live stream, I don't want to make this live stream super long, right? So yeah, just based on that, it's basically another way of just drawing support and resistance, but where price could be heading to, where people could be selling, where people could be buying or selling. Okay, so I normally do in red is my bearish movements, in green will be my bullish. So if you saw on my chart sample, I have green, right? That's where my bullish would be, which kind of works out with the actual indicator as well, which is quite nice. If you guys want to know where I draw my fair value gaps and how I draw them, you can definitely just join. I have my Instagram link in the description below. Just drop me a DM and I can do a session for you as well. Also, on that note, guys, just gonna have a break, right? Just before we go and look at more currency pairs. Just a quick little break. I am doing a free webinar, okay? A free webinar on Friday at 7 p.m. I'm going to put the link to after this live stream, I'm going to put a link to the forms to sign up to this free webinar so that you can get a email from me for the link, for the Zoom link. And we have a free webinar on basically how to draw or how to mark up the chart. It's mastering it. So in case you guys are struggling on marking up the charts, finding clear indication directions, or even just how to even start up. If you're a beginner and you just don't know how to mark up the charts, I will give you guys a step-to-step. It's only 30 minutes long, guys. So it's not that long. It's just 30 minutes webinar. Won't take too much of your time. And in this webinar, I'm going to explain to you guys exactly what price is doing, which direction it is. We'll look at a couple currency pairs, look at, some volatile pairs, some less volatile pairs. And in that 30 minutes, I'm going to explain to you everything so that you guys can then trade right after that. And also it gives you insight of my academy, because I know a lot of you guys are not too sure with the academy. And I know you guys are not too sure in my one-to-one sessions. So that's the perfect place to be. It's completely free, guys. No catch to it. There's nothing, you don't have to pay for anything. All you have to do is just fill out the form. At the end of this live stream, I'm going to put it on in the description below. If you don't want to wait for the live stream to end, if you head down to my Instagram at MullaFx Academy on Instagram, it's in my bio and it should be always on my story. I always try to keep it on my story so that in case you guys don't have time, maybe later on today or tomorrow, you guys can apply for it. Okay, so making sure that you guys apply for that, because I know you guys wouldn't want to miss out on a free webinar with me, who's been training for I've been training for 4 years, almost 5 years now, who have been in the markets, who have taken crazy losses and also crazy wins, right? And also to guide you if you want to get funded or not. My one-to-one sessions are there. I have taught more than 100 students in my 2 to 3 years of being on social media and being on YouTube as well. So it will be great for you to join this webinar to see how I teach and to see how I do my sessions, and you guys can get an insight on that for free. Not only do I do that, I also have live streams from Monday to Thursday. I have my schedule lined up all on my Instagram, which I'm also going to post on my YouTube as well, so you guys are not left out. So don't worry, guys, I have not left you guys out. My subscribers are on YouTube. I've not left you guys out. You guys are also plugged in, and if you are watching my live streams, you are very much plugged in. So on that note, let's get back to the live stream now. Looking at looking at Euro JPY, quite bearish. Like we said on the Forex heat map, we can see that price with JPY, right? We can see that price is very, very, very strong. Japanese yen is a very, very strong currency pair across the whole board. It has no weaknesses, no sign of weaknesses, guys. When you see a green board right here, okay, and everything's above 0.10%, know that Japanese yen is going to be quite strong for a while, okay? Over here you can see, we range from, red and green. It shows that price is very much bullish and bearish, right? For example, this is the franc, right? The Swiss franc, and you can see that we have, we can't. Do we have? It's kind of in the middle right now. This one doesn't have anything. It's in the middle. This is bearish, bullish, bullish, middle, ranging. These two are, and then bearish, 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 right? This is bearish because Japanese yen is much stronger, but then you can also see that price is practically in the middle. So with this currency pair, you would see price ranging, unless we're with Japanese yen. Japanese yen as a bull, very, very strong pair at the moment. If you guys are trading Japanese yen, I definitely recommend you guys to trade that currency pair. It looks like it's a really, really good currency pair to trade at the moment. It has a very strong bias to it, so I would recommend you guys to trade that. So as you can see, we are kind of slowing down. Again, another entry point would be over here, possibly looking, price is rejecting if I just cancel this fair value gap and put my EMAs back on, price is definitely looking at, maybe it could continue to go up, but definitely looking at price to come down. This is a lower high, so this could fake out a lot of traders. So definitely looking at that as well, guys. Now, just before we get to our final and our favorite currency pair, guys, we are looking at USD/JPY. Now we are a bit ahead of schedule, so we can just take a breather. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with so much information on market analysis, but definitely take notes of this so that you guys can see, because this is the forecast of the markets. Looking at USD/JPY, again, guys, strong bearish movements. Even though if we scale in, so price is very much rejecting our 146.500 area. Even though price is rejecting that a lot, very, very strong bearish movements right here, guys, okay? When you see price moving like this, you don't want to buy, okay? The reason why you don't want to buy is because price could drop any time, right? So in these movements like this, you want to hop on the trend. So every time price goes up a little bit, you want to hop on the trend. So with me, I'm expecting price to kind of retrace. If we go back to the if we go on the 1 hour, right? We can see that price is doing a counter trend line over here. A, B, and potential C. If C breaks, we're looking at this counter trend line, I would expect price to then retest my fair value gap, then placing our sells to sell all the way back to 146.500. So looking at possibly like price doing this, so breaking, retesting, coming up here, and then crashing all the way down to here. This is what we're looking at with USD/JPY. Is looking like a pair that might do that, as you know, we are slowly now ranging. So this is our counter trend line. Seeing that touch to the fair value gap would be a nice, lovely sell. If we had to sell, right, sell around here. Stop loss, I would keep above my key level, so a few pips above my key level. Take profit all the way down to here, giving us a nice 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. If I am trying to be a bit more aggressive, I can put my stop loss just below, just a few pips above, which will give us a nice 1 to 2.5. But obviously, we're going to just keep it up here, a few pips higher than this key level, just to be on the safe side. So this is the kind of trade I'm going for, giving me a nice 1 to 2. I'll try to push it to a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, but we just want to wait for price to do this first. So that's what we're waiting for. This could happen because we are on the 1 hour time frame. This could happen within the next day or two, guys. So again, I'm not too pushy on USD/JPY, hence why this is at the bottom. So we're just going to do a quick run through of every single, because I know you guys, a lot of people are coming onto the live stream now. So just if you are new to the live stream, we've just looked at, this is the last pair we were looking at just before we get onto gold, but we've looked at GPUSD, which we are quite bearish, right? Quite bearish, looking for a move like this, right? Take profit all the way down to here, giving us a 1 to 7 risk to reward ratio. GPAUD, quite bullish. Again, buying over here out of 61.8 extension. Stop loss could be either tight, or if we're trying to be reserved, and then take profit all the way up to our key level. Okay, nice 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. We got Euro USD, which we already established that is a sell, and we're waiting for price to retest. Once price is retest, we activate our sell, and that's giving us a 1 to 3.38 risk to reward ratio. GPJPY, I'm not too sure exactly what I want to see just yet, because we could get a double bottom here, which could then push all the way up, especially because price is on a bullish trend, right? Price is quite bullish. As you can see, price was quite bullish, but because Japanese yen is quite strong, maybe we could see price potentially, if I go back to the 1 hour, price potentially going for that double bottom, faking us up here, coming to our fair value gap, and then pushing down to our 1.88 level, and then giving us a nice sell over here as well, which is like this, price just above the fair value gap, and take profit at our key level, which is giving us a nice 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. And then we got Euro JPY. Again, I'm waiting for, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this looks like a nice entry point. Price has failed to break this key level right here. For scale out a little bit more, we could see price is still very, very bearish. So I'm not looking at price touching this fair value gap, most likely, if I have to do a market execution, probably going to wait for another bullish, another bearish candlestick. But once I see that bearish candlestick, strong bearish candlestick, probably wait for another 15 minutes and then enter for a sell. Let's say we enter for a sell just at the end over here. Stop loss would be just above my moving averages, and then take profit would be here, which is not really a nice trade that I'm looking at the moment. So this one is something that I'm just gonna have to leave. So we're not really looking at movements at Euro JPY. We could scale into the 15 minutes as well. Something I'm not too sure. I probably won't trade this. Probably wait for a clear indication first before I can trade this. And then again, USD JPY, again, another 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. So a bit more smaller risk reward ratio, but again, it might take a while for it to get there. Looking up price, break this trend line. You guys can see price break this trend line. Just scale in. Waiting for price to break this trend line. So this is a counter trend line. Retest my counter trend line or whatever support, resistance, or fair value gap that we have, and then touch my bearish fair value gap that I have, and then place a sell wherever we see rejection, and then targeting 146.500 and stop loss just above the key level. Now, my favorite pair, guys. Before we get onto the favorite pair, if you are new to my live stream, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the live stream if you like the way we do market analysis Mondays. This is something that we kind of look at the market, the overview. You won't really see any live trades going on at this moment of time. Live trading is on Thursdays. So if you guys want to come to that workshop on live trading on Thursdays, it's on Thursdays, same time. I'm going to release my schedule on YouTube as well as Instagram. If you guys are new to this live stream, I have an Instagram. It's MullaFx Academy. On this page, I have my schedule. I have reels that I help you guys with, and it's just a community that we have. And you can also DM me and communicate with me, and we can book in a session if you would like any help with that. I've helped more than 100 students become a profitable trader. I have loads of testimonials on my page, so you guys can check it out. A load of students hitting profit. If you are only trading a small account to even trading a funded account, I'm here to help you guys. Also, if you guys don't know, I have a webinar just before we get into the gold trades. We have a webinar on Friday, completely free. So in case you guys don't know about that, completely free webinar is about mastering the Forex markets and the chart analysis. If you guys are struggling on chart analysis or just mastering, you want to master it, you know, how I'm doing this analysis, for example, on a Monday, and you want me to explain to you guys thoroughly rather than just having a skim through of just 10 minutes per currency pair, then definitely the link will be in the description below after the live stream. But if you guys don't want to wait and you want to just sign up straight away, go ahead and check out my Instagram. Link is in the bio and also will be on my story. Okay, now we are going to go on to gold, one of my favorite currency pairs that I love to trade with. And we're going to see what moves that we have, and we're going to see where price could be heading to. So we're going to go check it out, and then we're going to go. But before we check it out, guys, make sure you give this live stream a like, because I've given you so many setups for the week. It's only right that you guys like this video so that I know that I'm doing a good job, and also it lets me know that these are the kind of live streams that you like, and we can continue this because we've got market analysis on Mondays, we've got technical Tuesdays, we've got trading strategy workshop on Wednesday where we backtest, and then Thursday is the best day where it's Q&A and live trading. So any questions that you guys have, or any questions that my students have, or any questions that anyone has, if you DM me or you swipe up on my story or you just comment down below, I will try and answer them on my Thursday's live stream. So now we're going to look at gold, and we're going to see where gold is heading. This is the last 15 minutes of the live stream, so we want to make sure that we get a nice indication of where gold is going. Okay, so we're going to look at the 4 hours, guys, because I think you guys don't understand this huge, guys, it's very, very strong bullish trend with gold, right? On the 14th of February, on Valentine's Day, guys, around 2 p.m., we had price indicating that we're going to go up. And from here, right, all the way till now, we have moved almost, I think is it 1,915 pips. Guys, I don't think you guys are understanding the way this is probably paid. This is a month, right? We're almost on the 14th of March. This is a month of movement of just bullishness. Just pure bullishness. No bearish indication at all. It wasn't ranging like over here. It's just strong bullish. If you guys are looking for sells on gold, you're completely wrong because we are bullish. Okay? Now, where does this bullish trend end? I am not too sure, guys. We're going to go find out. By the end of this 10 minutes, we will find out where price could be heading towards and then potentially even joining this bullish trend that we got going on. Because I know a lot of traders are missing out on movements in the market, I do want you guys to be part of this bullish trend. So the only way is to find you guys an entry point and for you to, enter the market and join this bullish trend and potentially price, scaling all the way up. We don't know where the end is for this, right? Until price ends up crashing down, which I don't think we're going to see price crashing down anytime soon. Price has been ranging for the past couple 4 hours, but on the daily we are very, very strong, guys. We've created our daily lows already. Price could now be heading towards our uptrend, but we're going to go scale in now and see what price is doing. So if I just scale in, guys, and we have a look at exactly what price is doing, right, we can see that I am kind of expecting price to touch this fair value gap that we have in this 1 hour trend. The reason why I would like it to do that is because it's a clear indication to me that price wants to come here, even though it kind of already done that where it broke up, retested and continued going up. I understand that. I definitely do believe also that price, if I just create this as a support and resistance, right, this is a strong support and resistance, right? So sorry, a support, right? So it was a resistance over here, but now it's a strong support. So we could see price just continue up. So if you guys are looking for a trade, what I would advise is wait for price to break this level right over here, right? Wait for price to break this level here, even though it's already done that, right? We have, like, if we go on the 15 minutes, you guys can see we had a counter trend line actually. If I show you guys, we had a counter trend line break, A, B, definitely seeing price get to here, waiting for that retest, either a moving average retest or some sort of retest, to be honest, and then looking for a bullish move. So at the moment, looking for a bullish move over here, out maybe this level right here, take profit all the way up to here, and stop loss potentially even just below here. So if I'm trying to be aggressive, most likely below here, but just to be on the safe side for now, just below this key level. And that's kind of the motion that we're going with gold. So with gold, I'm more into the 15 minutes. I like to enter the market in the 15 minutes. I scale into the one. I look at the 1 hour, see that we're kind of bullish. Look at the 4 hours, we saw bullishness, so it only makes sense to do buys. We could, target TP1 here and then TP2 all the way up here. TP2 all the way up here. Am I interested in price breaking these levels? Yes, I am. So then we could, if we enter around over here, we could then potentially do a trading stop loss and wait until price continues to the upside. If you guys, just in case you guys are trying to comment down below, you have to be subscribed. So if you haven't subscribed already and you want to comment something to me, subscribe down below so that you guys can comment to me, so that I know that you are part of my subscriptions and that I can then answer my subscribers. Okay, just in case you are trying to comment down below. So yeah, with gold, definitely looking at price, trying to scale in. We could actually technically, put my take profit all the way up here, TP1 over here, TP1, TP2, and then TP3. That is the kind of move. That's a nice 1-to-4 risk-reward ratio. We could actually then potentially put stop loss just below here, giving us a nice trade for us to move. So this is kind of the setup that we got going on with gold. In case you guys haven't already been in that bullish trade at the moment, this is something that I'm going off of at the moment. So hopefully that could happen. We'll see next week and see if this is what happens with price, if this is something that we can actually look into and see. So these are my setups for the week. So with gold, we are looking for quite a bullish run, guys. I am looking for quite a bullish run. I don't want to, if we look at silver, because normally silver is something that, you know, we look at as well with gold, because silver kind of correlates. Sometimes it does the move before. So with silver, if we just scale out quickly, and with silver, it will most likely be, is it XAG? XAG USD? Yep, it is XAG USD, isn't it? So right around over here, right, like that. Scale out. You can see that, you know, price is is retested our moving average, respecting our moving average, and it's now going up. So, with silver does correlate a lot with gold, so definitely look at that. We can clearly see in the 1 hour, price is pushed up, come down, retest the moving average, and now most likely this candlestick, you know, after this candlestick, we'll see a nice bullish trend after that as well. So just seeing that would be quite nice. You can see that we do have a fair value gap over here as well, just here, just from my point, my eyes. From what I can see, we can see a fair value gap here where it's touched our fair value gap. Price could potentially going up. If you guys don't know how to draw fair value gaps, a little gem that I can give you, if you just go on indicators and search up FVG, fair value gaps, just click on anyone. It could be this one, anyone, to be honest. I just go for the first one because I just want to know where my fair value gaps are, and then you can actually see potentially where the fair value gaps are. So you can see that this isn't a fair value gap yet, but for me, I would say that that's an area where prices retested, sorry, broke structure and retested. We actually have a fair value gap over here. In case you guys don't see, we actually have a fair value gap right here, which kind of respects here as well. So price could just potentially crash down as well, which I don't expect. Expect price to go up and then continue down. So what I'm expecting is price to, you know, go up, retest, and then go up like that. But sometimes you won't see fair value gaps as, you know, as clear. Like, for example, here is not that clear. Here is very clear, right? So fair value gaps is basically when you have, you know, strong bearish momentum or strong bullish momentum, and there has to be like a retest. Over here, we didn't have a strong bearish momentum, hence why this is not a fair value gap. From what I could see, because I actually forgot that this was bearish. I didn't actually see this bullish candlestick. I just looked at the bearishness. But looking at this, you know, we can still use this as a support and resistance, right? It was resisting, and then now it's become support. So definitely looking at that. Let me just cancel this, put the EMAs back on. So yeah, with gold, silver, I'm looking quite bullish. So with gold, it's pretty much the same thing. And looking for price to come down. If you're looking at 15 minutes, looking for price to come down, retest, and then push up. That is what we're looking at, guys. So at the moment, that's our bias for today. We actually have a fair value gap over here as well. If I just remove indicators again, remove indicators, FVG, in case you guys don't know how to draw fair value gaps. Oh, I've just put the wrong one in, but it's fine though. We can see that we've got a fair value gap at our entry point as well. So that is something to look at. Okay, guys, it's definitely something to look at. You can actually see the Lux Argo one is much better because it gives you highs as well, to give you target points of where you can target, which kind of correlates with us. So I tend to not use indicators. I like to do it myself, but in case you guys don't know, it works with our indicators as well. Me personally, I have a whole different way of trading, so it's not just indicators that I trade with. As you saw, I've done this all by myself. I didn't actually use any indicators. Usually I like to use with the fair value guy, I just like to use the first one, which is mostly used, and it kind of gives you, look, the fair value gap, the most updated one, which I did show you guys. I did just tell you guys that we have a fair value gap over here, giving us a nice entry point over here. So definitely looking to enter the market over here. And that nicely, smoothly puts us at the end of our market analysis video. Okay, guys, this is the market analysis strategy. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video. And I'm actually going to, because I want to give you guys a gem, I'm actually going to enter this market right over here. I'm going to wait until I see some sort of rejection first. So probably another 15 minutes, wait until the 50-minute closes. And it is now officially 2 p.m. So most likely probably will look for some sort of entry and see what price does around this fair value gap. So guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video so that I have a better understanding of if you guys like this. And we have every Mondays, I'm going to say the schedule one more time, every Mondays we have market analysis Mondays, where I basically give you analysis. Tuesdays is technical Tuesdays, where we just look at technicals only. We're not going to look at the heat maps like these. We're not going to look at the Forex factory like this. I've explained that everything to you today. So hopefully tomorrow you guys won't need to cross-reference. I won't need to explain that. You can just cross-reference yourself. And with technicals, we basically just look at purely market structure, and we kind of just go through there and explain to you guys roughly how to market structure and what we can see with structure at the moment. See if I'm in any potential trades and see where price is heading potentially within the market. Then Wednesdays, I have a trading strategy workshop. So in case you guys are not involved with my academy or my one-to-ones, I have a workshop where we kind of backtest some strategies that is not as popular, some strategies that are, and just backtest and see which ones work, and just work together. So if you guys have any strategies that you want me to backtest for you, we can have a look at that as well. Then on Thursdays, which is my favorite day, is Q&A and live trading. So live trading is basically where, if I am in any live trades, we have a look. If I see any percentile entries, for example, gold, where I love to do my market analysis on gold, especially this Thursday, we have unemployment claims and PPI, which is going to be very, very interesting to see and see trades in. So you guys will be able to see that and potentially even place trades with me. So that's something that would be really, really good. And the reason why I like Thursday is because it kind of involves you guys with questions and anything that involves me answering them, or anything if you have any ideas for me or anything like that, or anything you want me to do, reactions, anything will happen on Thursdays. If you want me to react to if you want me to have a look at your analysis, if you want me to have a look at anything, to be honest, any questions you guys have got, anything that's going on in the markets, anything will happen on Thursday. Thursday is more the fun day, end of the week. We have a bit of fun. We look at some live trades and we see what's going on in the market. Just looking at gold before we leave, because I love gold so much. You can clearly see that gold is pushing down quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this candlestick, right? I'm going to wait this candlestick to close. If it's strong bearish, that means this is a fake out. Okay, plain and simple, this is a fake out and price is potentially coming down even more, which for me personally I don't really want. But if price does come down, my next entry point will be over here. So at the moment I haven't entered, guys. At the moment I'm still haven't entered. I'm just waiting for to see, because this could just be a trend line touch, then I could look for buys over here. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this live stream a lot. I really, really love doing live streams, hence why I'm here all the time. And if you guys want the live streams to be longer or anything, let me know and I can try to rearrange my schedules if you guys really, really like it. But as of now, the live streams are only 1 hour long, just because I have thrown a lot of information with you guys, and it will be easier for you to watch it later as well. So other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a good trading week. Okay, good luck if you're getting funded. If you are trading your personal account, I hope you guys utilize the trading analysis that we have for this week. And let me know, guys, in the comments down below how it is. If you guys place trades and by the end of the week you get profit, come back to this live stream and just drop me a little message, drop me a comment down below, and then we'll congratulate you in my next week live stream. So other than that, guys, like I said, enjoy your week. It's a Monday afternoon, and I'm gonna see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. Just a quick reminder, it is Technical Tuesdays tomorrow. Okay, so make sure that you are ready for that live stream. So that will happen at around 1 p.m. New York session, 1 p.m. London time zone. So make sure you are aware of that. I know a lot of you get confused with time zones, but London time zone, that's where I am. But you would get a notification on YouTube as well. So I'm going to see you guys next time.